Welcome back to the King of the Course series where you guys, the viewers, send in your SCX24s or 24 scale builds. I run them on the indoor course competition style, and the top 3 trucks in each class are going to take home some prizes. Got a good one for you today, guys. I'm super excited for this. Inside this case is one of the best looking SCX24s I've ever come across. I'm super excited for this one, guys. Been waiting for a while for this one. Check this out. This is Jeff's aluminum chassis SCX24 Warthog build. Look at that. This thing is so gorgeous. I don't even want to run it. Holy moly. This is an aluminum chassis Warthog. The first one of these I've seen. I didn't even know they made the Warthog chassis in an aluminum version. I have the 3D printed version from SKP Engineering and I love it. The Warthog is such a capable and cool platform. But seeing it in this aluminum trim has got me really wanting to revisit mine and maybe go to this metal version. Jeff has done an outstanding job with the aesthetics on this thing. The alloy wheels, brass pieces in the front, billet aluminum pieces throughout. Man, the thing just looks absolutely fantastic. So he sent along the build list via email. Let's take a look. So this is a Dash RC aluminum Warthog chassis. Black anodized with the raw beveled edges. Looks really cool. It's got some additional features on here that the printed version does not. It's got this kind of visor here in the front. It's also got a spoiler in the rear, which is kind of cool. We've got the Little Guy Racing Parts, the 1552 Turbo Mac wheels. These are the bright aluminum versions. Wrapped in the Little Guy Racing Parts black label tires. Those are fixed to the Little Guy Racing Parts Super 8 axles. We've got the billet versions in the rear, and we've got the brass housings up front. Not only is that going to translate into heavy weight up front, it also looks fantastic with the Mofo RC Servo Beast servo up front. This again is the brass version of the Servo Beast. We've got a mixed suspension setup on this. These are the 54mm friction damp shocks up front. In the rear, we've got an oil-filled set from Endura. These are 40mm big bore oil-filled shocks in the rear. So interesting combo here. Underneath there's a couple of skid plates, so we've got the 3Flow 9 skid plates on this. The front is a skinny brass skid, and the rear looks like it's a printed unit. Titanium high clearance links. We've got a double bend rear lower links here. It's going to give us all kinds of clearance underneath this thing for verticals. Little Guy Racing Parts billet skid. Inside the Warthog itself, we've got the Little Guy Racing Parts MR24 multi-ratio transmission. It doesn't say what gear ratio he's running in there. Might be able to tell when we start running it. Fixed to that Little Guy Racing Parts transmission is the FuriTech Micro Komodo, the Little Guy Racing Parts branded version. For drive shafts, there's the Little Guy Racing Parts steel drive shaft up front, an Endura unit in the back. And looking at these axles too, looks like he's got the U-joint conversion on these front axles. Battery tray in the back, there is the Lizard Pro that is running our electronics here. On the roof, we've got a radio link receiver that links up to his radio link radio. Overall, very impressive, gorgeous looking build here. I'm super excited to run this thing. Let's get into some shout outs for Jeff here. Shout out to Jeff's socials, so you can follow him on TikTok at BaneJKUR17. He's on Instagram at HiJeffInition. I'll put this handle down here below. He's on Facebook as well under Jeffrey Young. He's also got a YouTube channel at JeffreyYoung55. I will tag that down in the description below. Sponsors wants to give a shout out to Fused RC Solutions. Love those guys. We've been doing a lot with Fused RC lately on the CR18P upgrades that they've been releasing. All right, let's get this thing on the corner scales and then the setup table, and then we're going to run it and see how it does. Right, here we are on the corner scales. So we're at a perfect 60-40 weight distribution. Also perfect left to right 50-50. Total weight on this thing just about 521 grams. Running a small Spectrum 350 milliamp 2S pack on the back there. On the setup table with the Warthog, let's try the RTI, Ramp Travel Index. Not a ton of flex on this despite the long shocks. We're right around 13.5 on the RTI. And now the side hill. Curious how this is going to do. I feel like the body sits up high on it. We'll see. 40. 45, 50, 51 I would say on the side hill. Now the vertical. 35, 45, 55, 60, 65. Oh, 67 on the vertical. On the course with Jeff's Warthog, a couple of driving impressions here I've been practicing a little bit. Number one is the steering on this is absolutely violent. Look at this thing. It is just ruthlessly strong and fast steering. That mofo servo is no joke. Second, the power plant on this thing, super smooth. Jeff has this thing dialed in really well. That Little Guy Racing Parts branded Fury Tech system works great. Super smooth and linear. And then of course the looks. I mean, what a stunner. This thing just looks incredible out on the course. Looked great on the bench. Seeing it crawling around the course looks even better. The light glinting off of those aluminum edges, those brass parts. Just a beautiful looking setup here. I'm interested to see how it does. It is tall. I'm getting hung up here. This happened during my practice runs too. It's tall for a Warthog setup, so we'll see. My practice runs thus far, it feels very planted, still extremely capable. Those Black Label tires hook up excellent on the indoor course. There we go. Give it a little juice there. I would have lost that gate, but we're just getting used to the truck now. I got very composed on that decline there. Was expecting to get some unloading in the back. Didn't happen, which is good. Be careful through here. Given the length and the width of this thing. Did good though. Oh, running it on 3S. I got my little Gens Ace pack there on the back. I would normally like to run a flatter battery on here, but that thing is so tiny. I don't think it makes much of a difference given the height. Oh, peppy. Lots of wheel speed here. Be gentle. God, nice. How about the descent here? Yeah, nice and composed there. Yeah, the back tires came up a little bit, but it didn't unload. I will have to be mindful of the dismount in the chute. Let's try the side hill here. Very planted. A little bit of roll from those tires. If those are running the stock inserts, we're going to get that. Those tires are very soft. Go up Hell's Gate. Haven't done any practice runs on Hell's Gate with this yet. Very smooth up there. So far, I've had high expectations for this Warthog. It has not let me down. I think it's extremely capable, just like you would expect from this chassis. I thought it would perform worse than it does given the suspension setup, but it's proven me wrong here. It seems to be very planted. But we'll see how we do when we get into the actual course runs, which are going to start now. We'll take one more spin up the canyon here, this last line. Then we'll get geared up for the competition runs. Pushing off to the side there. There we go. Getting lined up. Good to go. Last run with Jeff's Warthog here. Start the clock. I've done this thing dirty in 2 runs now. The hot tub is getting me. I come down the chute and I lose it in the hot tub almost every time now, even in the practice runs. I got to get away through that section clean. We've got everything else down, I think. Great run up there. Keep the momentum up, I found. I get the front tires to hook and just carry it. Oh, I love the look of this thing. Oh no, Jeff, what have I done? Holy cow, I think I saved it. A miraculous save from the Warthog. We're gonna get back on the course, recovering there. That was crazy. Never have I had a rig recover from falling off the bridge like that. And get through our second bonus gate clean, that was good. I get the hot tub there, easy enough to get set up for the escalator, but it's coming back down is the problem. We'll head up the escalator this time around. Again, you could keep the momentum up. Oh, you don't want to lose it on that gate. Another incredible save from this thing. That was wild. I get a good setup to come down the chute into my nemesis, which is the hot tub with this truck. I don't want to clip that gate either. Okay, how am I going to do this here? There we go. Clean for the first time. Wiggle it down with that super powerful steering. Get set up for Hell's Gate. Oh, I blew it there, idiot. I'm distracted now, so I'm frustrated. I made a stupid mistake there. Okay, get this thing. There we go. There we go, nice. Go through Articulation Alley one more time. Looking super good through there. Up through the last gate. Getting good bite there, nice run. 330. Great build here from Jeff, combining a killer aesthetic with top tier performance parts underneath it, culminating in a great, well-balanced, high-performing, great-looking rig here. This thing did great on the course, conquering all of the lines on Mini Moab, all of our bonus gates and everything with ease. The only downfall, and it was probably driver error on my part, was going into the descent into the hot tub. I would loop out in the front and blow the perfect run seemingly every single time. I really struggled with that sharp drop off. It would unload on me and kick over forward. I wonder if we did a different suspension setup in the rear, if it would help mitigate that. Maybe some shorter springs or adjusting the shock position, something to bring that body height down. I did feel like it sat fairly high. I was a little surprised how high it sat for a Warthog. Usually I'm used to those things being pancake flat, but the majority of the time it performed extremely well. I would just get that little bit of a kick from the rear end on that sharp descent, but nonetheless still performed exceptionally well, putting up a total score of -118, good enough for second place in class 3, and certainly getting my vote as one of the best looking rigs that we've tested thus far. So great run here by Jeff's Warthog. Big shout out to Jeff for sending in the truck. Remember to check out his socials. I will link that down below, including his YouTube channel. And guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the Warthog build from Jeff and the competition thus far? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.